Welcome, dear fiends of the den, where shadows speak louder than headlines, and every whisper begs to be cross examined. This is the lair of Rose Noir, unmonetized, unsponsored, and unapologetically unfiltered. I am your underground icon. Here, news and conspiracy theories tango in the dark, hatch strange offspring in my brain, and slither out through my mouth. No ads, no allegiance, just raw nature, forensic fury, and a hunger for justice that doesn't sleep. If you want to keep the lights dim and the truth loud, your donations keep the blood pumping. The PayPal link is in the bio. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Hello, dear fiends of the den. We are back. And today I want to talk a little bit about Princess Diana and her charity work because she wasn't just a fashion icon. Her charity work was in a field of its own. Nothing before or since has compared to what Princess Diana has done and what she chose to bring awareness to. So let's dive in. What we've seen with royals before is just what takes place within the United Kingdom. So whether they are in the UK, Wales, Scotland, or parts of Ireland, they are all just within that area. They're not truly traveling outside of places to look for causes to bring awareness to until Princess Diana. So she was just dynamic. She was moving empathy and sympathy and compassion. And she literally shattered the mold of the monarchy by stepping into these spaces that others would not touch. They feared to touch it. And she did it with grace and grit. And of course, her camera ready defiance. And she turned compassion into global headlines. One of the things that impressed me the most about Princess Diana, and this is towards the end of her life in 1997, is her walking through an active minefield in Angola, and she's wearing protective gear. But she was a symbol of these poor people. She helped to galvanize support for the Ottawa Mine Ban Treaty, signed by 122 countries after her death. And her work with the Halo Trust spotlighted the civilian toll of war. And that's especially on children. And here's a photo of Princess Diana with these children who have lost their legs to these mines. And she never went dressed in a pretentious way. She wasn't covered in her jewels that she wore to the state dinners. She didn't wear her expensive shoes. She just went dressed as a comfortable person, as an everyday person who is just there to help. This is her in London, royal, looking beautiful, meeting all of the people. But when she was doing her charity work, she never tried to be above anyone else. She was just irreplaceable. I will share more about Princess Diana's advocacy, but I just wanted to share a few more photos of her and just how very human she was in these moments. And, if you really look through even when she's doing her royal thing, she was just always so kind, compassionate, filled with empathy. And she always had a baby in her arms. So this is still her in 1997, shortly before her death, her very tragic death that a lot of people still have questions over. But she was really never without that lovely smile for people. I mean, she's just so elegant right there, but you could see that she was so interested in what they had to say. And this is just scratching the surface of what she was doing at the end of her life. So, next week, we will go more into Princess Diana and her charity work. I could talk her fashion forever. I might need an entire series just based on each year that she was a royal and her fashion and how fashion forward she was for the 80s and 90s. But ahead of that was her charity work and beautiful images like this that are lasting. And with that, thank you for joining me in the den. Have a great day. Don't forget, because I bring you the truth, the den has been demonetized, and it's a signal from the shadows. So if you'd like to support the dark entertainment and Rose Noir's investigations, you can do so by tipping the detective. The paypal.me link is in the bio. Again, thank you so much for joining me in the den. If you've got something to say, send me an email at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com.